When you are humble like a servant, you are willing to be trained in your work. Okay. When you lose this humility, you are no longer willing to receive training. Ecclesiastes 4:13 says, better is a poor and wise child than an old king who will no more be admonished. Mercy. Yes. Without being humble, you cannot be trained, disciplined, or instructed to perform certain tasks or tricks for your master. The fact that someone cannot modify your thoughts, behavior, and habits is an indication of your bigness and pride. Your husband cannot modify even how you do things, how you serve. Just come and put the food down, bang, bang, bang. It's like his food. Is it not food you are going to eat? Just come and put stew here, rice here, and just put the spoon and this anywhere. It's like once you can find it on the table, just find it and use it. So he can't say that, oh, can you not put what? What is wrong with what I've done? What is wrong? What is wrong? Hey. You go and work at a place. And sometimes people who have been, maybe you were in computer science, then you go and work at a place that they are not into computer science. So you are maybe the only person there. They can't change anything about your thinking and how you do things. Because it's like, I know what to do. I'm a professional. And if you're a professional, you can also create your own job. So if somebody employs you or gets you to do something, you must humble yourself and be a servant of the one who has employed you. Allow him to tell you when to come. Allow him to tell you how long you should come. And allow him to dictate to you what you should do and when you should do it and how you should do it. So when you say the thing is not straight, you say, oh, it's straight. I say, it's not straight. You say, oh, I use a level. Then your level is not straight. Master, look. That's how we do it everywhere. I mean, even last time when we worked at the Parliament Jubilee House, we did the same thing. We use a level when this thing is like, and sometimes the level is not straight. It has fallen down so many times that it has adjusted, but you can't tell when you look at it with your eyes. But those proud builders will never change anything until you decide that you will not work with them again. I will not work with you again because you are too stiff, you are too hard, you are too unchanging. You can't modify. You cannot be trained or retrained. Let me give you advice. You can work at a place with your skills from the university, but if you go there, humble yourself because they may have to retrain you. Because a lot of university training is not practical. Thank you. I'm sure if I was in a live church, there will be pandemonium in the church. So clap your hands in your house. Be trained. If you're an architect, be prepared for training. Because there are some people who didn't go to school in your field of learning, but they have street sense. They are street-wise. Yes, they are practical, hands-on. Practical from the house. Argue. You are always arguing. Always. You see, remember that only by pride cometh contention or arguments that don't end is from pride. You know you can't marry yourself. Somebody has beloved those two. Argument, that beer every day. Why are you late? You have an answer. I sent you a text, you didn't reply. You have an answer. Meanwhile, you are on the phone too all the time. When you are with him, he can see that you're on the phone. So how come that when he sent you a text, you didn't reply? Now we are in argument. Talking. You see that the house is quiet because the guy, he said this thing to you before that I'm saying it. And he didn't tell me. So you can't say that he has reported you to me. But I'm talking by the prophetic word of God. Hear the word of the Lord and change your ways. You see people argument non-stop. Hey. And some of you husbands, pride doesn't make you accept when you are wrong direction. You have taken the wrong turn. They say you are wrong. You say, oh, I've used here several times. Meanwhile, you haven't used there several times and you are wrong, but you won't accept the cross. So we will circulate for 10 minutes. And your wife has to be quiet for some time, because if she continues talking, or you will shout or throw your hand at her or something. We didn't pass here the last time. We passed here the last time. We didn't pass here. We passed here the last time. You have to just say, we didn't pass here. Oh, I thought we passed here. Okay, then let's go. Let's go to where you are saying. But it's like we must always be right. But servants are not like that. Oh. If your servant knows you are wrong, he will still do your wrong one without argument. But you don't have that attitude. When people come to work in a new place, they have to be trained or retrained. If they feel too big, they are often untrainable. They cannot be bended and pruned for their new jobs. Well, look. Next one. There are so many things. Just music. You have to learn how to be trained and retrained. Some musicians are stiff. One way of doing things that they have learned, they can't change. That we are the musician, we know what to do. But every musician is subject to whoever you are doing the music for. Because if you are a helper, you are helping somebody. You are not the one. So the helper, if let's say you are cooking for somebody, your house help is helping you, and you say you will eat rice and stew, and says she likes a bunebunum pie with mankai fufu, cocoyam fufu, and what is a bunebunum pie? How do you say it in English? Green soup, green soup. And you don't know, we don't like green soup, because when you see it, you can't see what is inside. Because green soup is very frightening sometimes. And they can have all kinds of meats inside. I mean, when you see the soup, it's not transparent. You can't see where there's fish. You can't see where there's meat. You can't see where there's garden eggs. You can't see anything. It's just green, like some mushy swamp. Then you say, that's what I like. When you come, I like to cook with coal pot. Me, one of the things I didn't like, I don't like the sound of pam, 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 fufu hitting in my house. I don't like it. It rocks the building. Don't like fufu that they pound. Because in the end, we'll eat it anyway. So, what did they say? Knit the fufu. Knit fufu. Yes, it's knit. So you make it, they don't bam, 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 bam. So, oh, you know, the knit one is not like the one that they pound. It's like I want to hear the sound of bang, bang, bang. So if you come to my house and you think that the real fufu is the one they pound, and you are pound, you will see me, I'll squeeze my face at you there. I don't like the sound at all. That bam, bam. I even find it risky. It's like, shit, what about if they hit somebody's finger? So, oh, we know how to do it. But people's fingers have been mashed before. So if you come and I don't like that, you see, a servant will do what you want, the way you want it. But you can't give them instruction. Any instruction, any guidance, it's like, hey, what is wrong with the way I'm doing this? Hey, there's no salt in the stew. There's salt in the stew. I can't taste. Today, dear, you can't taste salt. Today, dear, you can't taste salt. Every day I put salt in, you are able to taste. Today, dear, you can't taste the salt. Why? It's pride, though, I'm telling you. Because anybody who is a servant takes instructions and can be guided and can be retrained. Yes. Number 4, when you are humble like a servant, you honor the master God has placed over you. When you lose this honor, humility, you do not acknowledge your master anymore. Watch out for all those who say there is no more my master. They dishonor their masters, calling their masters demons and Satan and devils. Watch out for such people. I don't know how you can be elevated when you have a master and you call that master somebody who was your master, somebody who trained you, somebody who cared for you, somebody who paid you, somebody who elevated you, somebody who helped you in your life. One day you just get up and say he is Satan because you are not happy. Watch out for people.